जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनंदना जय ब्रजजन रंजना जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय संज बिहारी जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा मुरलीधर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम जय वृंदावनेश्वरी राधे राधे जय वृंदावनेश्वरी राधे राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय परदेवा जय सुभद्रमय्या जय विघ्न विनाशन नरसिंहदेव जय विघ्न विनाशन नरसिंहदेव जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री वेदारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय स्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य शील प्रभुपाद की जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धनम की जय वृंदावन मथुरा द्वारका धाम की जय तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय वृंदा देवी की जय श्री श्री राधा परमेश्वर भगवान की जय श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर भगवान की जय विघ्न विनाशन लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरुदेव महाराज की जय all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Guru and Gauranga. Nithai, Nithai, Nithai Gaura Premanande. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees who have assembled here to join in this glorification of the Lord. I also thank the temple management for giving me this opportunity to glorify the Lord during this most auspicious month of Kartika. I pray on to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. I pray on to the lotus feet of my Guru Acharyas, Guru and Guru Parampara to bless me. And I also pray on to the lotus feet of all the devotees who have assembled there to bless me to make this humble attempt of glorifying the Lord during this particular month. So, if at all there's any things which I'm not saying in the right way, please forgive me and try to correct my reflections. Hare Krishna. Om, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Cheva Narottamam Devi Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jaya Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavadi Naishtigi अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणी जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हे कृष्ण ओम विष्णु पाद कृष्ण विष्णु गुरु सिद्धि पदाग स्वामी नाम आचार्य पदाय तथा कृपा पदाय गौर खातम। हरे कृष्णा। I once again welcome all the devotees who have assembled here to hear the glorification of the Lord. We've been successful in doing it for the past few days, and you all know the auspiciousness of this particular month of Kartika. Yeah, everything was done by Krishna during this month, and it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Nigama Kalpataro Galidam Phalam Sugamugha Amrita Dravya Samyudam. Yeah. So it is said, Nigama Kalpataro Galidam Phalam. It's like a Kalpataro, the desired tree gives you a very ripe fruit. And it is in Sugamuga Amrita Dravya. Yeah. It is in a semi-solid form and it is so nectarous. Yeah. So Krishna's pastimes are compared to a ripe fruit, the nectar of the ripe fruit. So imagine you have a mango and the juice which comes from it when you suck. So every time when you hear the glories of the Lord, it is such nectarian. Yeah. And so we've been past few days hearing about various pastimes of the Lord. And this time I would make an humble attempt to glorify the Lord in his pastime of killing Pralambhasura and also in in the forest fire. Yeah, consuming the forest fire. Hare Krishna. So it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam that the summers in India is not very appealing to people. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada describes in his purport that it is very, very hot. It is not a welcome for many of the people. We know that. And especially Vrindavan, if we are gone in the month of June, July and all, we would have seen how hot it is when the temperatures go really above. It's humid and very hot as well. Yeah. So it is said it's not a welcome sign. Srimad Bhagavatam said summer is not a welcome sign in people of that particular place. Yeah. But in Vrindavan, during summer, what was happening is spring was manifesting. Now I want all the devotees to accompany to me to Vraja. Yeah, we will go on a trip to Vrindavan. So we will. You just need to close your eyes and join me in this trip to in Vrindavan. Yeah, it is said that Krishna is said as Divya Surya Sahasraya. Yeah, it is like 1,000 suns. So Krishna is like 1,000 suns in there. So how can one sun appearing in the sky shine upon him? So he's so ashamed of himself, he just goes and hides. Yeah. And who's here? In Vrindavan, it is said that Saksha Ramena Saha Keshava. Yeah. Saksha Balram and Keshava, Krishna, was living in Vrindavan. So the sun was not shining like what it is used to do now. Yeah, it is now. It is said that now Krishna has done with a covering to ensure that the other people are not, the atheists are not attracted to Vrindavan. So it is very hot and humid. But at that particular point, the symptoms of spring was there. And Vrindavan was so cool. Yeah. And it is said that in Vrindavan, there was a lot of waterfalls, small, small waterfalls. And they used to spray a mist. And this mist used to go and cover upon the clutter of green trees which were there. Yeah. So all the trees were green because of this water spray that was coming from the waterfalls. And the waterfall sound, this was always there in the background of Vrindavan. And this used to hide the sounds of the crickets. You have heard about crickets? Obviously, when you go to India or when you live in a villa somewhere in Bahrain, you can hear crick, 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 crick. This is the cricket sound. Yeah. So this used to camouflage the cricket sound, and only the sound you can hear is the waterfalls. This was always there. And it is said that the wind in Vrindavan, the breeze in Vrindavan used to flow, used to just sweep across the lakes and rivers, carrying a cool breeze to the inhabitants of Vrindavan. So the Vrindavan, Vrajavasis never used to experience the scorching heat of Vrindavan. It was always cool. Yeah, it is like you go to, probably devotees who have gone to European countries, and you would have seen it is just like your 18, 19, 20 outside, even if you walk on the road, and it's always like 20, 22 degrees. So this was always and also because this breeze was always going on, every Vrindavan was rich in green grass. It was full of green grass. And the river shores were thickly populated with these grasses. Yeah. And Krishna and Balarama used to enter the forest of Vrindavan playing their flutes. Yeah, this thick, rich thing they used to enter with by playing the flutes. And who were accompanying them? There were lots of animals and birds who were accompanying. The cuckoo was there, cuckoo. And then the best sound you will always love to hear in Vrindavan, the peacock. The peacocks were there, the cuckoos were there, the bees were there. Yeah, all this were playing along with Krishna and Balaram when they entered the forest of Vrindavan, playing their flutes. Yeah, and they used to come to Vrindavan not just like that. They used to decorate themselves. Yeah, you can see that our Lord is a fashion designer himself. He never used to go himself without any proper dressing. You see the way he dresses, the way he stands, the threefold way he stands. Doesn't it attract us? Doesn't it attract anyone? He doesn't stand in a way. He's a real person who knows how to carry himself. Yeah. So the children, the cowherd boys, including Krishna and Balaram, they used to decorate themselves with feathers. They used to have flowers on them, feathers. They used to take the minerals from the river banks. They used to put it on top of them. Yeah. So see, this is apart from the decoration which Yashodamaya does. Yashodamaya takes hours in decorating Krishna. And after putting everything in place, he says, okay, Krishna, now go. And before going, she takes the kajal from her eyes and put it on Krishna. So the black eye should not come, right? No one should see the child and says, oh, how beautiful it is. So the black eye, it's the custom in India. So she used to put it. And you know what Krishna does? Krishna goes out and he takes the dust of Vraja and puts on him, and he rolls on the dust of Vraja. That's what he's doing. He took the minerals on the river shore and he used to put him on it. And Krishna, Yashodamaya looks from far away and he says, "Oh, Pudana Hari, you Pudana Hari, you killer of Pudana, why are you acting like a pig?" And Krishna will laugh and say, "Oh, Mama, I am a pig. I am Varahadev. Yeah, I am Varahadev." Poor Yashodamaya never knew that, right? What Krishna was. So even when she used to tell stories of Krishna to Yashodamaya, he will never complete the story. He said, okay, I will tell you a story of a Lord called Sri Ramachandra. So he took the arrows and his wife got kidnapped, and then Ravana came. He kidnapped Sita, and immediately he will jump up and say, Lakshmana, bring my bow and arrow. And Yashodamaya said, how did you know this? How did you hear about it, Lakshmana? Maybe the villagers are giving him this a little bit of story there and here, but this poor boy doesn't know anything. For her, this boy doesn't know anything. Yeah. So Krishna took the minerals and the cowherd boys decorated themselves and they used to go to the forest of Vrindavan. And there was lots and lots of games that they used to play. Yeah. Sometimes what happens is Krishna and Balaram start singing. The boys used to stand nearby. They will play different instruments. They have flutes, they have buffalo horns, and they used to play it. And Krishna and Balaram will dance and will sing. And cowherd will also say, "Excellent! Wow, wow, Krishna! Wow, Balaram!" Yeah. And sometimes what Krishna and Balaram do is like they say they ask the cowherd boys to do it. They ask the cowherd boys to sing, and they play the flutes and the horns. Yeah. And after completing, they say, "Wow, wow, excellent, excellent." And upon hearing this, you know what the cowherd boys will do? They start hurling. They will go in circles. They will catch their hands and they will go in circles. They leap like what we do in our temples when the kirtan is going on. They will leap and they will hurl themselves. They will jump, yeah, and they will catch one another. They slap one another from behind. They'll catch one another's hair and pull in a friendly way. Yeah. After hearing this appreciation, something which we need to understand here is an appreciation, really, really a sincere appreciation is something which we need to do it in a personal as well as a spiritual life. There is a thin line between what is appreciation and what is flattery. Flattery, the whole purpose is different. Flattery is something which you just give it because you want something in return or just to give the good feel factor to the other person. Whereas a sincere appreciation comes from the bottom of your heart. Yeah. And it just goes like that. And imagine it makes a lot of difference. When Sri Krishna and Balaram says, "Wow, you guys, you've done an excellent job," they used to jump and hurl themselves down. But here, we we never give an appreciation. Have you ever thought about it? When you go to the supermarket and you are behind the counter, they are grumpy, right? The supermarket, the cashiers, they're always grumpy. They don't smile at you because their job. Imagine they're just standing there 8 hours in a row. They are doing this, and they just keep on tagging, tagging, tagging. Imagine just one line from you saying that, "Wow, you have a beautiful watch," or it should be a genuine thing. If you was writing something, what a good handwriting. Anything which you feel, everyone has a distinctive quality, right? Everyone has something outstanding which you can. We should have an eye for it. If you have an eye for it, tomorrow when you walk from here, from your out of your house to the road, look at each and every one. You'll see that everyone has something different in them. And if you can observe that, and you can just give them a general a genuine appreciation, it means a lot to them. For you, it is just a fraction of a second. Yeah, that boy who's doing the tagging in your supermarket, you just say that, "Wow, you find something good. You find that he's wearing a nice tie." You say, "Very good tie. It's a very good tie. It suits you well." And for you, it is just one fraction of a second. You pay the money and you're leaving the supermarket. You've done with it. But for that boy, you've made the whole day. You've made his life so joyful that day because someone gave him a sincere appreciation. So appreciation is something, devotees, that you really, really need to take home from him. And see, because Krishna need not appreciate. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is like, these people are like a servitors, but he never forgot to appreciate. He took that opportunity to appreciate. Yeah. So I guess that is something which we really, really need to take it from here. And what happens is that there were a lot of games that were being played by Krishna and the Howard boys. They used to play at different games. One of the games that Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura glorifies is they used to throw the bilwa fruit in the air and from down they hit that fruit. Yeah. So they throw the bilwa fruit and from down they will hit the fruit. And if they manage to hit the fruit, then there's a lot of gifts. And gifts are nothing. Walking stick, feathers, these are the gifts being given. Yeah. And another game is one person comes from behind and closes the eyes of the other one. Yeah. So the boy comes from behind and closes the other one, and you have to touch the air. He won't talk. There's no sound coming in, and you have to touch his hand, and you have to guess who's that person. And if he does, then there is joy and praise. If he doesn't, they make fun of it. Yeah. See, simple things which was giving ecstatic joys. We have our children have everything today. the latest iPads and iPhones and PlayStations, they're still grumpy. They're not happy with it. So here, the children were playing with the simple things. Uh, Another, apart from the bilwa fruit, they used to do is like they had a different pastime. Another pastime was they used to. There's a place in the banks of the river Yamuna where people used to cross, and they need to pay a tax. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura says it's nirpa cheshtaya. Yeah, nirpa cheshtaya. Under the guidance of Krishna and Balaram, they used to go there and stand there. They used to go there and stand. All the cowherd boys, they used to stand there, and they will not allow the girls to cross the river. They have to pay customs duty. Yeah, and only if they pay the customs duty, they will allow them to cross. Look at that. Yeah, and apart from that, they have wrestling matches. Not the real wrestling matches which you see today. They have mock wrestling, arm wrestling. Yeah, it is also say Kaka Paksha Darau. Yeah, they used to pull the hair. Kaka Paksha Darau is like they used to pull the hair from behind in a playful manner. They used to pull it behind. This is one thing. Arm wrestling was another game which they used to play. And they used to love it. Yeah, every day was like Krishna was so active with his friends. One side he is grazing the cows, another side the games are going. So that is one game. Apart from that, you know what? Afternoons are a little bit lazy. They have their food, and how they have their food, they put every food in center, and they all sit around, and most of them bring food for Krishna from their homes, and they say, Krishna, Krishna, try this, and Krishna's made to, he had to take all the offerings. Yeah, so he takes all the offerings, and then they have a lazy afternoon. They take a little bit of nap. I know, I'm sure that all exalted devotees have glorified this, but Krishna sits, probably lies down. Balramji massages his legs. Sometimes it's vice versa. Balramji lies down, Krishna massages. Sometimes the cowherd boys takes banyan leaves or feathers and they try to fan him down. Yeah. While this is happening, you know what happens? Sometimes the gopis, they go around with the butter or something to sell and all, butter, curd or something. They are passing by, and the cowherd boys go and surround it, and they start talking to them in different things. Oh, what is the price of this one? What is this spot? And without them knowing, some other boys will come and steal the butter and cover this thing, the butter and the curd, and they will run it. Yeah, and then these boys all meet together and they'll have a feast in it. Yeah, look at the pastimes what they're enjoying. So this was going on, and so in this way, Krishna and Balaram were playing the flute and wandering everywhere. They used to play all sort of games. They used to wander all across the rivers, the valleys, the trees, the bushes. So that's what Vrindavan is all about, right? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he saw the trees, he hugged them because these are the exact trees which Krishna and Balaram would have hugged. These are the trees which Krishna and Balaram would have played. Yeah. So it's so something which is beautiful. The moment you land in the land of Raja, that those dust are the footprints where Krishna and Balram would have treaded. So this was exactly happening, and this various things was going on, and then slowly what happened is they had another sort of a pastime which was like imitating, which is called as mimicry. Yeah. Now this they call it mimicry, and what is that imitation? They used to imitate birds, animals. They used to walk like a deer. Yeah, and they used to do it perfectly well. And Krishna sometimes imitates a peacock, the way he walks like a peacock. It is said that Krishna once danced like a peacock, and the peacocks danced with him. And Krishna did it so well that most of the peacocks started fainting, and they fell down. Some peacocks became so tired that they couldn't dance. And then the peacock said, E kala, kota kala, Gaura Raja. You just gave us one kala, you just gave us one type of art, which is this dance. And how can we compete with you? You are Nataraja. Yeah. You have everything in you. And we have just given one part of it, and you are the perfection of it. Oh Nataraja, just take this as my Guru Dakshina. This is the only thing which I have. And they gave the feather, the peacock feather to him as a Guru Dakshina. Yeah. So in this way, they used to imitate everything. So these are all the beautiful rasas they were doing. And Then slowly the game started going in, and one such day, it went to another Leela, which is known as the Dushta Damana Leela, where it is the killing of the Dushta. So what happened? One such day, they were enjoying, and it was happening. Asura, or a demon called Pralambhasura, came with the purpose of killing Krishna. Now he's a clever demon. He came with the purpose of killing Krishna, and he knew one of the cowherd boys had not come for that association that day, and he was kept away by his mother because something was there. He couldn't come. So he disguised himself as that boy. Yeah, Pralambhasura disguised himself as that boy and came into the association of the cowherd boys. And he was so clever that he did everything perfectly well, like the other boy was doing. He was singing, he was playing flute, he was dancing like the other boys, he was jumping, he was leaping, he was playing, he was arm wrestling with them, everything he was doing in a perfect way. Now, Krishna, the moment he saw Pralambhasura, he knew that the intention of this boy. But still, he gave an association. He accepted him as a friend. So devotees, that's one magnificent thing about Krishna. He doesn't kick him instantly; he would have killed him, right? But he still gave the association. So we may have a Pralambhasura in our heart, which I will tell you what it is all about later. But there is an opportunity with association that can be taken off. But our Pralambhasura was not like that. He had come with a great plan, and his plan was to finish off Krishna. So Krishna recognized him. And Pralambhasura was planning the whole thing. Okay, I should join with Krishna slowly while during the game. I need to take this boy, kill him. And probably Balram is also there. I can kill him as well. Yeah. Now, what Pralambhasura did not understand was he was directing a ploy to kill Krishna. But what Pralambhasura did not understand was that he was an actor in a bigger film or a bigger ploy or a bigger drama, which was directed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah, he didn't understand that. For him, he was okay. I'm the director. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take Krishna to the bushes, kill him there. Slowly, I will go take Balramji behind the tree. I will kill him there. So he's planning everything and he's organizing everything. But poor guy, he didn't know that Krishna was the main director and he was planning everything. And Pralambhasura was just a puppet in his hand. Devotees, this is something which we always need to take home. We feel that we control a lot of things. Sometimes we have a very famous saying that destiny is in my control. He gives you an opportunity to control. That doesn't mean that you are under full control. Krishna takes control of everything. The only way of doing it is surrendering and going ahead with it. Yeah. So sometimes we always feel that everything is controlled by us. We do everything. We pray to Krishna. We do a lot of things, but we still have, like Draupadi did, we have a clutch on that sari till the very last minute. We never leave it. We just keep on hugging on to it. Yeah. So that is the way we are designed to do it. Here, Pralambhasura was thinking in the same way that he's controlling everything, but Krishna was getting everything. Krishna had control of everything, and Krishna's plan was quite clear. This guy is not improving. I need to finish him off. Yeah, I need to kill him. Krishna had decided that. So what did Krishna do? He immediately called up all the friends. Okay, come on, let's play a new game. Okay, all the boys joined together. We will play a mock wrestling. Okay, we'll play a wrestling game. Okay, fine. So let's have two teams. Who are the captains? Obviously, Krishna. Okay, Balram. Okay, two teams, two captains. Who wants to join me, my team, or so all the people, cohort boys playing. I want Krishna. I want Balram. You see the boys playing. Krishna, Sridhar. Everyone went. Madhumangala went into another team. Yeah, Sridham went into another team. So all of them, Pralambhasura was along with Krishna, and they started playing. And the gift or the trophy is the winners should take the losers on their shoulders, and you have to walk. Yeah, like a horse does to a master. You have to carry the boy on the shoulders and walk. This is the thing. And of course, Krishna's team lost. Yeah, see who's losing to whom? Krishna lost, and he had to carry Sridhar on his shoulder. Yeah, he had to carry Sridhar on his shoulder. This is beautiful, isn't it? sometimes the master becomes the servant of the servant. Yeah. He is trying to please the devotee by losing first. He's instead of winning, he loses there just to please the devotees. And not only that, he serves the devotee by carrying him on his shoulders. Who else can do that? So Krishna was doing that. And Shida was saying, Krishna, walk, walk. What, you can't walk properly? Walk. You know, someone, when you get on top of someone, you automatically have the power that you're doing, right? You catch the hair and all, walk straight, walk straight. And Krishna was like struggling to walk. Yeah, this was happening. Now, Pralambhasura was in Krishna's team. Krishna got defeated. Krishna's team has got defeated. Now he had to carry Balaram's, yeah, challenge. So we said, okay, this Krishna is a little bit sly. So first I'll finish off Balaramji, and then I'll plan for Krishna. So what he did, he took Balaram on his shoulders and he started walking. Now this he walked for a few yards and then he started running on. He started running. Then he started running away at all from the group. He started running away. Now Balaram said, "Where is this guy going? Where is this boy going?" He was like acting perplexed. Where is this boy going? Where is he taking me away? My friends are there. Where is he taking me away? So Pralambhasura started running, and then Balaram ji, okay, he knew the purpose as well. So he said, okay, let me start. So it seems that he started growing heavy and heavy and heavy, like the Mount Sumeru. Imagine he started, you know how Balramji is powerful. Now Balramji became heavier like Mount Sumeru. And when he started becoming heavier, then this Pralambhasura was on the child body, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't walk or he couldn't run properly, and he started huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing. And suddenly he started becoming he took his original form of a demon, gigantic demon with his hair, which was like flames. Yeah, Yamadudas, we've seen the description of Yamadudas. While I was reading this, I felt he just resembled the Yamadudas. Gigantic flames. He had charcoal red. You see the charcoal, the fire in the charcoal, that red kind of eyes. He had drushta, the teeth, which was so big and it was reaching his crooked eyebrows. It was so big and it was reaching his crooked eyebrows, and he had a red beard also. Yeah. And he was wearing golden ornaments. Yeah, I think that is one of the reason Kali got into ornaments. Yeah, ornaments, gold, wherever gold is, Kali is also there. So he was decorated, poor thing, with so much of ornaments, golden ornaments. And he was taking Balram and he was running. Yeah. And it is said, it looked like Rambasura looked like a dark cloud with a lightning in it. Yeah, his golden ornaments were like a lightning. So if you observe the sky, when it is about to rain, you can see the dark cloud. Suddenly the lightning comes in, and in between the cloud, you can see the moon coming out. So the cloud can never cover the moon for a long time. It is there for a portion of a few minutes or a few seconds, and then it goes out and the moon comes out. Yeah. So similarly, Pralambhasura, while carrying Balaramji, it is glorified that it looked like a dark cloud with a lightning in between, and the moon was slowly coming out because it was none other than the omnipotent and omnipresent Sri Balramji. Balramji ki chai, Krishna Bhagavan ki chai. So it is beautifully said that this was the way he was carrying Balram. And Balaramji also thought, it is said that he became a little nervous and tense. Yeah, he got scared. Yeah, now imagine how can this come in? But here, again, there are acharyas say there are three ways why he got scared, yeah, or why he got nervous. That was a few minutes. He got nervous because of three things. One, he was thinking, I'm a cowherd boy, so I can't show any superhuman strength right now, right? Because I'm doing a leela and I should do justification to the leela. So I'm a cowherd boy. So he was acting the role in the best possible manner. The second was Krishna accepted Pralambhasura as his friend. That is one key thing. Krishna knew what his intent was. Krishna gave him an opportunity. So Krishna had accepted Pralambhasura as a friend. So Balram Dev was thinking twice. So should I do anything to this friend? What will Krishna think? Yeah. So that's the devotees. That's the power of Krishna. When we are his devotees, when we are in his protection, even Balramji is thinking about it. Should he do anything to this Pralambhasura? Yeah. And the third thing, he was concerned about Krishna because Balramji is one who is having various type of rasas. Sakya rasa, sometimes Valsalya rasa. He chastises Krishna. He takes care of Krishna. Yeah. So he is having all the rasas there. So he was wondering what happens to Krishna. I'm here and Krishna is alone there. Would there be some other demon coming and attacking Krishna right now? So he became a little nervous upon thinking about all that. But then he realized his present situation. Then he came back to his present consciousness and he said, okay, this guy is carrying me away. I was playing with my friends and he spoiled the whole moment. And look at him. At his time, he got so furious that he took his fist and banged him on his head. Yeah, it is said that Balram's fist landed upon Pralambhasura's head like a thunderbolt which hits the mountain. And the moment the thunderbolt, like Indra's Vajra, when it hits the mountain, the rocks and the surface of the mountain scatters to different directions. Yeah. Similarly, Pralambhasura's head, with such a mighty blow, it opened up. He immediately vomited blood, and with that, he fell dead upon the ground. And Pralambhasura went into the world of the dead with just one blow. Yeah. And that was the end of Pralambhasura. Hare Krishna. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that we all have a Pralambhasura inside. He says Pralambhasura is nothing but the inclination to enjoy your opposite sex, adoration, you want glorification for yourself, profits, all these things. In nutshell, it's something like a lust. Yeah, it is always there in you. And that is exactly Pralambhasura. And look how he came. Pralambhasura came as a small child, very small child, very innocent looking. He was given a chance, yeah. But the moment this lust grew up, he became a fiery demon, huge, gigantic demon. Similarly, this lust which we have in may be very, very small. There is a very old salesman story. It's a joke or a salesman story where one person comes into a supermarket to buy a fishing hook. He comes to buy a fishing hook, and then the salesman says, why you want to buy a fishing hook? Which fishing rod you use? He says, I'm using this fishing rod. Oh, why don't you go for this one? This is important. Oh, is it? Okay, buy that fishing rod. Okay, he bought the fishing rod. Where do you put the fishes? I put the fishes in a plastic. No, why don't you use this thermocol package? The fishes remain idle. I mean, like it will be preserved there. You can use it so he buys that thing. Why don't you buying this gear? It's a boot which you can wear it in water, and then you can have some jacket for yourself. So he bought that. Finally, he kept on buying and buying, and he ended up buying a luxury yacht to fish. Yeah. And when the manager that day when the supermarket closed, the salesman was the highest salesman who had earned the highest incentives. So he called up and said, what did you do? What is your success of the story? He said, I just sold to a person a fishing rod and he bought a yacht. Yeah. So similarly, your lust, which may be very, very simple, keeps on growing in sizes. And Srila Prabhupada says, instead of you becoming a servant to the lust, you start becoming you becoming a master to the lust, you start becoming a servant to the lust. And those lust and desire starts controlling. So devotees, when we have Pralambhasura, the only way forward is to live in devotion to Krishna and Guru under the guidance of a spiritual master. Yeah. So Balramji here represents the Guru Tattva. So when you have this Pralambhasura, which you can't remove it, you just to be in the service of Krishna and Guru. And they will take you forward. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, when you have the weed of devotion, when the creeper of devotion, there are weeds which come out. Yeah. These weeds, what they do, they start choking that creeper. There may be many weeds, yeah, and they are useless weeds. They just grab all the nutritions and the water which is supposed to go for the creeper, and they start choking the creeper, and this creeper will not grow. The bija or the devotional creeper will not grow, and at the end of the day it will fade away. So similarly, when you progress in devotion, you have a little bit of pralambasuras coming up, and your chanting and your devotional service will ensure, with the guidance of guru and your spiritual master, will be eliminated. So that is the story of Pralambhasura. With that, what happens? I just have one more thing. With that, the cowherd boys, as I said, it was a summer, but normally what happened is like the cows start moving into different forests. They keep on eating the grasses and they move into different forests. And one fine day, they grazed into the deep of a forest called Ishtkatavi. It is one type of forest where they went deep into it and they got stuck in the midst of bamboos. You have seen the bamboo forest? They got stuck in between the bamboo forest. And unfortunately, there was a forest fire happening. And the forest fire, if you see the news in Australia and US and all, once the forest fire started, it just go rampant. So the forest fire started, and the boys who went in search of the cowherd boys who went in search of the cows, they were also stranded in the forest, and they could not do nothing, and they started screaming on top of their lungs. Oh Krishna, killer of Pudana! Oh Krishna, killer of Tinavarda, with your lotus feet, you just broke open Charagasura. Come and help us, please. Yeah, and they were looking at the death personified of the fire. They were straight away looking at death because the fire was slowly approaching him. And Krishna gave his merciful glance at them and said, don't worry, I'm here. I will take care of things. And he opened his mouth and he took in all the fire into him. Yeah. So all the fire, he took all the fire into his mouth and he extinguished it. The boys were unconscious, but when they woke up, they saw that they were harmed. They were not harmed. They and the cows and the calves, they were not harmed. And they thought in between himself, okay, maybe Krishna is a demigod. See, still they are not linking Krishna to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Look at their rasas. Yeah. So they were like thinking, okay, this may be a demigod. Yeah. And that evening, as usual, in spite of a huge accident happening there, they joyfully went back to Vrindavan, to the gopis. And every gopi was waiting for Krishna to come back. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to glorify the Lord. In cases where I went wrong, please, on my reflections, you can always correct me, senior devotees. And I passed on to the presentation. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna, our prayers and blessings to you and your family and friends for participating in the event organized by ISKCON for world peace and love. We have so much glorification of Damodara Yatra. So Padma Purana says that if somebody lights a lamp in the temple of Lord, for even a short time, whatever sins he has acquired for 1,000,000 of kalpas are all destroyed. And Skanda Purana also says that I have personally seen that a person who happily reads Bhagavad Gita during the month of Kartika does not return to the world of birth and death. Padma Purana also glorifies this month, the Kartika month. Of the 12 months, Kartika is the most dear to Lord Krishna. To anyone who even slightly worships Lord Vishnu during its time, the month of Kartika gives residence in Lord Vishnu's transcendental abode. So such is the glorification of Kartika. Even a small thing which you do in this has so much of effect than your normal devotional act. We still have references from Skanda Purana. It says the pious result obtained by bathing in all holy places and giving all charities is not equal to 1/10 millionth part of the result obtained by following the vow of Kartika. This is what I was saying. So the pious result obtained by bathing in holy places, so much of efforts and time is not equal to 1/10 millionth part of the result obtained by following the vow of Kartika. And it's a very simple vow. We also says that Hari Bhakti Vilasa says Kartika is the best of month, the most pious of pious deeds, and the most purifying of the purifying. It is also glorified of Kartika. Hari Bhakti Vilasa again says that Lord Krishna is pleased by the offering of a single lamp during the month of Kartika. Lord Krishna glorifies anyone who lights a lamp for someone else to offer as well. So instead of you lighting, if you can make someone else to offer, that is the something which Krishna loves the most. Yeah. And in Hari Bhakti Vilasa, it's again said, when one offers a lamb during the month of Kartika, his sins in many thousand and millions of births perish in half an eye blink, just like a half an eye blink. Everything is perished. Your millions of sins that you have accumulated over your births, and you have get a clean slate to start all over again. And this is the worldwide activities which ISKCON does. We have Jagannath Rath Yatra, we have Nagara Sankirtana happening, we have ISKCON Flood Relief Foundation. Apart from that, we do have Food for Life, and you can see that all the children, especially in tribal areas, are being taken care by ISKCON. Food distribution, and of course, the devotees' cultural events are being seen there. About ISKCON, we've seen the worldwide activities, daily programs at our temple in Balramdesh starts with chanting, darshan, glorification. We have Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita classes, Bhajan Santya, and we had a very active Karuna action force to take care of the devotees and the people who are suffering from during Corona. In house programs, we have Bhakti Vidya Vrikshas, which is conducted to understand and practice the spiritual topics. We also take care of the children. We have a very efficient and a very robust program called Madhava's Garden, which caters to giving the children Vedic knowledge in a systematic and fun-filled manner. We have youth programs which are very interesting and inspiring, and various seminars are conducted for the systematic study of scriptures. As I was saying, Karuna Action Force was constituted to help the needy. We had 400 kits distributed to devotees and well-wishers in liaising with Indian Community Relief Fund as well as the Bahrain government's initiative FINA Care. We supported a lot of devotees. Many devotees were sponsored air tickets. A few more were supported with paying the school fee. And apart from that, we also, Balramdesh, we also supported many ISKCON centers around the world like Mayapur, Vrindavan, Chennai, Trivandrum, Bangladesh, etc. when they went into the crisis of Corona. So devotees, you can always offer the following services to the Lord. We have Abhishekam, we have Prasadam sponsorship, Bhoga offerings, dietary dressings. You can sponsor the dietary dresses. We can have Sri Narasimha and Sri Krishna Archana happening. So you can sponsor or you can contribute to them. Flowers and garlands for temple maintenance and special occasions like samskaras like naming ceremony, Annaprashanam, birthdays, anniversaries. All the grand things in your life can also be celebrated with ISKCON. Hare Krishna. So we will move on to the Damodara Ashtami. Bharineshwar Bhagwan ki jai. Ram ki jai. Governor Bhai ki
Thank you. Skanda Puran, Lord Brahma and Sage Narada converse that the month of Kartik is very dear to Lord Krishna. When one offers a lamb during the month of Kartik, his sins of many thousands and millions of births perish in half an eye blink. Even if there is no mantras, no pious deeds, and no purity, everything becomes perfect when a person offers a lamb during the month of Kartik. A person who offers a lamb to Lord Krishna during the month of Damodar becomes very glorious and fortunate. No sins exist anywhere in the three worlds that will not be purified by offering a lamb to Lord Keshav during Kartik. A person who offers a lamb to Lord Damodar during Kartik attains the eternal spiritual world where there is no suffering.
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Prajamana Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Prajamana Yashoda
Satkundalango Kule Brajamanam Yashoda Piyoluka Ladavamanam Param Rashtamatanta Todrutya Gopa Rudam Tamuhurnetra Yugmam Rejanta Karamboja Yugmena Satanka Netra Muhushwasakam Patirekanka Kanta Chitagaivam Damoda Ram Bhakti Padam Iti Drikshvalilabhir Ananda Kunde Sughosham Nimajantam Vakyapayantam Tadiyeshu Taggeshu Bhakti Jitatvam Puna Prematastam Sata Vritti Bande Param Deva Moksham Na Moksham Vadimva Nachanyam Vrineham Reshadapiha Idam Te Vapurnata Gopalabala Sadame Manasa Virastam Kimande Idam Te Mukham Bojam Atyanta Nila जले स्निग्धरक्तश्च गोपा मुहुसुम्बितां बिम्ब रक्ताधरं मे मनसा विरास्तमलं लक्ष्यलाभे नमो देवदामोदर अनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जालाब्धिमग्ना कृपा दृष्टिभ्रष्टा त्वदीनां भक्तानां गृहाणेश मामज्ञ मेधाक्षिदृश कुबेरात्मजो बद्ध मूर्ध्वैव यात्वा त्वया मोचितो भक्तिवा जोक्तो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं सकामे प्रयास नमो शीघ्रहो मे स्थिता मोदरेह नमस्ते स्तुताम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयदरायत विश्वसदाम्ने नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमामीश्वरां सा चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की जय। श्री दामोदर यात्रा की जय। For the well-being and health of all the devotees who have assembled here, let's play on to the lotus feet of Lord Narasimhadev. Bhaktin Sanvi will be joining us with her praise to the lotus feet of Lord Narasimhadev.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadayini Hiranyakashipurvashaha Shilajanthanakalayi Ito Nasimha Parado Nasimha Yado yado yami tado nasimha Pahi nasimha hridayi nasimha Narasimha madhim sharanam prabhati Tava kara kamalavadinaka Albudha shringa Lalita hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Naraharirupa Jagadisha Hari Jagadisha Hari Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadeva Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Guruvara Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva
श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की जय, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरुदेव महाराज की जय, दामोदर यात्रा महोत्सवम की जय।